This is the Sinclair QL that I purchased in the UK in 1986. The machine is equipped with additional 64 kilobyte RAM and connected in RGB mode to the CRT RGB monitor by Philips, model CM8533. The QL is also connected to a serial printer, which is hooked up to the serial number 1 port on the QL. The printer is a thermal printer, and it comes with 5 rolls of thermal paper. So let's switch the computer on and see the boot up process. The QL cartridge is in microdrive 1. QL is the word processor by Sinclair Limited. So let's fire the machine up. So here is QL, and let's type a message and print it out on the printer. Okay. So let's print it. F3, print, P, current, whole to printer. Okay, so here we have Hello World. This is the QL. Remember that in order to drive the printer, you have to configure the driver for QL. And this is done as explained in the manual with the install_bus program. And you have to select the default printer and set the baud rate to 1200. Alternatively, you can print to the printer setting the baud rate to 1200 from within SuperBasic. And for that, you have to open a channel, connect it to the serial port, number 1 or number 2, whichever you want, and then print characters to the channel that you have connected to the printer and just print out characters and strings. Another interesting piece of software that is available here in this bundle is called Concept 3D. This is a 3D CAD program that was designed for the QL. Let's boot the computer. There it is. This is the working screen with Y-Z-X axis and all the commands which are accessible from the green line. This is a terminal program to communicate with other devices connected with the serial port. Okay, here you can see there are several possibilities for terminal connections. and just explore. This QL is a JS-ROM version, so let's check it out. Okay, here as you can see, it is a JS version. This is the command to find out the installed RAM. The base RAM of the QL is 128 kilobyte, and I have installed a 64 kilobyte module. So that means that we end up in having something like 190 kilobyte in this machine. Okay, and in fact the system has printed 192. I used to run on this machine a Fortran 77 compiler, which was written in the UK, and this is the software which I purchased at the time. It is Fortran 77 by Prospero Software. It requires an external expansion ROM to be installed, which can be fitted to the computer on the rear port. So let's switch off the machine and install the plug-in ROM. Okay, so let's install here on the back port of the computer for the external ROM this unit. And it will appear during the boot up on the splash screen of the QL. So let's switch on. As you can see, the ROM is detected and it writes PRL 1.3 1985 Prospero Software. Here you have the instruction manual for the Fortran 77 compiler and the 3 cartridges which are required for the 3 passes of the compilation process of a Fortran 77 source. There is also a cartridge with some source software that I had written at the time, which you can use to test. In the manual, I also inserted a handwritten keywords addendum for the ROM.js version, which you can find here. There is a good number of functions which are not mentioned in the base manual. So there you go. I have fully checked the hardware of the computer and completely recapped the machine. I replaced all the electrolytic capacitors, and also I have replaced the membrane of the keyboard. I have just ordered one on eBay. This is the old membrane, which is broken here, and let me see if it is visible. So it is broken, and there is a spare membrane as well, brand new, which I had purchased at the time for future use, and it is in perfect shape. I also supply 2 spare video chips for the QL, which are here. At the time, I also prepared a fan which is installed on a piece of wood to cool down the QL. So you can just lay it on the table, put the QL on top of it, and it will blow into the left-hand side of the QL. Then it is connected to the power supply, which is here. There is a plug you insert and just switch on and the fan will start. So here is the fan, and it will keep your QL nice and cool all the time. Last but not least, I also have a nice rigid QL cover to protect it from the dust. Have fun with this fantastic machine, guys. It will be top-notch for you.